If you own one of these 15 SUVs, or you are about to buy one, this video could save you thousands. UK showrooms are hiding a financial crisis right now. 15 specific SUVs are sitting unsold, values in freefall and owners completely trapped. Dealers are slashing prices by £8,000 to £15,000 and still walking away empty-handed. We track sales data, depreciation records and trade-in refusals across the UK. The results will change how you shop forever. Here are the 15 SUVs to avoid in 2026. Number 1. The Jeep Cherokee, 2019 to 2022. Buy one at £32,000, and 3 years later you are looking for a buyer at $10,500. That is 52% of your money gone. Not to mileage, not to damage, just to time, and the UK market's complete indifference to this badge. Transmission failures on the 9-speed automatic are costing owners £3,500 to £5,500 outside warranty, a bill that arrives precisely when the car is worth least. The Jeep dealer network in the UK has contracted sharply, which means warranty support is harder to access, and trade-in desks will not touch them. Dealers are saying there is zero demand whatsoever. That is not a negotiating position, it is a warning. Number 2. The Vauxhall Crossland, 2017 to 2024. This car loses more than 60% of its value. A £17,000 purchase becomes a £6,000 used car, and it gets there faster than almost any other small SUV in the Stellantis range. The automatic gearbox variants are developing failures costing £2,000 to £3,500, the kind of repair that makes no financial sense on a car worth so little. In the What Car 2023 Reliability Survey, Vauxhall finished near the very bottom of the brand rankings. The Crossland specifically drove those scores. Vauxhall has since recovered, finishing 5th place in the 2025 survey. But that recovery was built on newer models, not this one. The Crossland has been replaced by the Frontera. Dealers will not take one in part exchange. The market has moved on. Number 3. The Renault Captur plug-in hybrid. Renault's official claim for the Captur E-Tech plug-in hybrid is 31 miles of electric range. Real-world owners are getting 20 to 24 miles. That gap destroys the financial case for owning one, because the entire premium you paid over the petrol version was built on those electric miles. The car loses 55 to 62% of its value in 3 years. Battery faults outside warranty are running £3,000 to £5,000 in a car that by that point is worth less than £12,000. Chinese rivals now arrive with identical or better electric range at the same used price point. The Captur plug-in hybrid made sense in 2021. It does not in 2026. Before we go further, if this is already shocking you, wait until you see what's coming. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now. We publish weekly videos tracking exactly which cars are losing value before the market figures it out. One video could save you thousands. Now back to the list. It gets worse. Number 4. The Range Rover Evoke P300e plug-in hybrid, 2020 to 2023. Land Rover publishes an official electric range of 41 miles for the Evoke P300e. The real-world figure for most UK owners is 18 to 22 miles. The gap between those numbers is where £20,000 to £30,000 of your money quietly disappears. This car loses 55 to 62% of its value in 3 years. A £52,000 car becomes £16,000 to £19,000. Land Rover's reliability record is documented across every major UK survey. Warranty Solutions Group placed Jaguar Land Rover worst for reliability across 22 brands. Driver power data shows consistent owner frustration year after year. Specialist-only repairs cost £160 to £200 an hour exclusively, not as one option among several. Insurance sits in groups 40 to 46, meaning £1,400 to £1,900 a year. Dealers are overwhelmed with returns. Trade-ins are being refused or valued near zero. Number 5. The BMW X1 xDrive 25e, built before 2022. The standard X1 holds its value well. The plug-in hybrid version of the same generation does not. It loses 54 to 60%, far below what the petrol equivalent retains. Battery failures on these early generation units run £5,500 to £8,500 outside warranty. By year 3, owners are sitting in a finance gap averaging £10,000 to £14,000. The car is worth less than the settlement. That is not a depreciation problem. That is a debt problem wearing the body of a car. Number 6. The Mini Countryman plug-in hybrid, F60 generation, 2017 to 2023. The Mini petrol equivalent is a reasonable residual performer. The plug-in hybrid version of the same car loses 57 to 63% of its value. Same badge, same body, but the battery system drags residuals into a completely different bracket. Battery faults are costing £4,000 to £7,000 post-warranty. Insurance runs £1,200 to £1,700 per year. Owners across UK forums have used the phrase "most expensive mistake ever made" with enough frequency that it reads less like a complaint and more like a collective verdict. Number 7. The Renault Kadjar, 2015 to 2022. Discontinued, replaced by the Austral. No UK successor, no long-term parts pipeline, and no dealer interest. Values have fallen from around £22,000 to £8,000 to £9,000 and are still moving down. Finance owners are stranded, with trade-in values near zero while settlements are not. There is no market for a car the manufacturer has abandoned in a segment that has moved 3 full generations forward since this platform was designed. Number 8. The DS4 E-Tense. DS as a brand retains approximately 40% of its value after 3 years, placing it at or near the bottom of every UK depreciation table. The DS4 E-Tense underperforms even those figures, retaining well under 30%, consistent with every electric and plug-in model. The DS9 E-Tense retains just 29.4%, according to Whatcar data. Insurance groups run 39 to 44. Specialist-only repairs are causing long waits of 8 to 10 weeks, not because the car is complex, but because the dealer network has neither the volume nor the appetite to prioritise it. Dealers in 2026 are being direct. They cannot move these. Number 9. The Peugeot E-2008, 2019 to 2022. This car was £29,000 new. It is now available at around £10,200. That is 65% gone, one of the steepest falls in the compact SUV class. The battery technology inside was already aging when this generation launched. Chinese electric rivals now arrive priced at £18,000, with superior range and stronger residual projections. Electrical faults outside warranty are costing between £2,000 and £4,500. Stellantis parts delays compound every single repair. The window for trading this car without serious financial damage has already closed for most owners. Number 10. The Seat Tarraco, 2018 to 2024. Seat confirmed in July 2024 that the Tarraco ended production in the second quarter of that year. No successor is planned. Seat told Autocar directly, "The Tarraco has been a success, but there will be no successor." The Cupra Terramar fills the same broad space for the brand's more premium buyers, but nothing fills the Tarraco's slot in the used market. Seat finished 24th out of 31 brands in the 2025 Driver Power Survey. The DSG automatic gearbox is producing failures, costing £2,500 to £3,800. The car loses 50 to 55%. A £30,000 purchase becomes £13,000 to £15,000. Dealers are discounting heavily. Movement is still slow. Number 11. The Renault Koleos, 2017 to 2020. Renault pulled the Koleos from the UK in July 2020, citing commercial reasons. In plain terms, Just over 1,000 people bought it in the entire UK in 2019. It originally started at £28,000 and it is now around £8,900. Parts availability worsens every year. The dealer network has no incentive to stock spares for a car that sold fewer than 7,000 units across its entire UK lifespan. Private buyers avoid it. There is no resale confidence, no enthusiast base, and no reason to choose this over something with a future. Owners who are still paying finance on one of these have almost no clean route out. Number 12. The Nissan X-Trail e-Power, built between 2022 and early 2023. The e-Power system uses a petrol engine as a generator to power an electric motor that drives the wheels. Clever in theory, the execution on early build units failed. Generator failures are confirmed across UK owner forums and require full replacement of the main generator, a significant warranty job that left owners without their car for weeks. A separate fault is a 12-volt battery drain, widespread on early builds, leaving owners stranded on roadsides and driveways with a car that will not start. Both issues are described as known faults on vehicles built before late 2023. Insurance runs £1,200 to £1,800 per year. Nissan finished 14th of 30 brands in 2025 driver power. If you are buying a used X-Trail e-Power, the build date matters more than the mileage. Number 13. The Volkswagen Tiguan E-Hybrid, 2021 to 2023. The diesel Tiguan is one of the strongest residual performers in its class. The E-Hybrid of the same generation is not. It loses 52 to 58%, far below the diesel equivalent, because fleet oversupply has wrecked the private market. Company car tax incentives pulled enormous volumes of these into fleets. Those fleets are now releasing them simultaneously onto the used market, suppressing values across the board. Plug-in hybrid system failures are costing £3,500 to £6,000 outside warranty. Dealers are cutting £9,000 to £12,000 off asking prices and finding movement still slow. Same badge, different depreciation curve entirely. Number 14. The Suzuki S-Cross Hybrid made before 2022, 58% depreciation. A £22,000 car becomes £7,800. The mild hybrid technology inside was already being outpaced by full hybrid and plug-in competitors when this generation was still new. It is now comprehensively outclassed. Parts delays have become a consistent owner complaint. Resale is near impossible outside major UK cities, where the used buyer pool is simply not large enough to generate competitive offers. Suzuki significantly updated the S-Cross for 2022. The newer version consistently appears in reliability surveys as one of the more dependable choices in its class. The version made before 2022 is not that car. They share a name and almost nothing else. We are almost at number 1, the single worst SUV you can own in the UK right now. But before we reveal it, if you have not subscribed yet, do it now. This channel exists to protect your money. Every week we expose the cars draining UK owners dry before the market catches up. Subscribe, hit the bell, and let us finish this list. Number 15. The Jaguar E-Pace P300e plug-in hybrid, 2021 to 2023. 65% depreciation. A £50,000 car can be worth under £17,000 after 3 years. That is a loss of £33,000 on a compact SUV, roughly the same size as a Volkswagen Tiguan. Jaguar Land Rover has been placed at or near the bottom of UK reliability rankings in virtually every major independent survey for the past 5 years. Warranty Solutions Group named the brand worst for reliability across 22 car makes. Specialist labour costs £160 to £200 an hour. Insurance, in Group 40 and above, costs £1,400 to £2,000 per year to keep it on the road. The E-Pace P300e shares its plug-in hybrid drivetrain directly with the Range Rover Evoke. It is the same powertrain, the same documented fault patterns, the same specialist-only repair ecosystem. Dealers are refusing trade-ins. The oversupply of Jaguar Land Rover plug-in hybrids on the used market is structural. It is not going to correct itself. So, what do you do with all of this? 3 things. If you own one of these cars on finance, get a current trade-in valuation today, not in 6 months. Check your settlement figure, know the gap, and understand your actual position before it widens further. The longer you wait on any of these 15, the worse the number gets. If you are buying a used SUV right now, the data points in the same direction. Japanese and Korean brands lead at the 2 to 4 year mark. The Toyota RAV4, Kia Sportage, and Hyundai Tucson sit at the top for depreciation control, reliability rankings, and parts availability. None of them produce the finance gap that 8 of the 15 cars on this list are actively creating for their owners. And if you are considering a plug-in hybrid in 2026, one question matters above everything else. What is the real-world electric range in UK driving conditions? Not the WLTP figure, not the official claim, but what owners are actually getting on a British commute in February. If that number does not justify the premium over a full hybrid or a conventional petrol, you are buying a depreciation problem and calling it a car. The used market has already decided what these vehicles are truly worth. For most of the 15 on this list, the answer is very little.